Good afternoon, good people, and welcome to Game 1 of the semifinals match of the French versus French-Canadian dynamic battle. We got a grudge match for the ages here between Chanigan, our Quebecois friend, and Felissan, the French girl herself. I am Saracen, joined in the booth by Lord Fizzlebeef. How you doing, Fizz?
I'm doing all right. We're deep into the winter tournament now, and we've got just a real powerhouse match. I'm excited to see how this goes. I have had many a race versus Chanigan. He is always formidable, and I have also had several races against Felissan, and I believe I've lost every single one. So I'm very interested to see where this goes.
I mentally say to myself that Felissan is me if I had more discipline. Um, she came out of the duck program shown incredibly good skill and the work ethic and the practice to improve at the game, and has really made her a top competitor. And like you said, Chanigan, always a formidable opponent. Super hyper aggressive style. Um, Sometimes that backfires. Sometimes it is exactly what he needs. I think, by and large, I don't think I've taken a whole lot of matches off of Chanigan. It seems to work for him more than it works for me. So, all right. So we're looking at a Thief White Forced here with a Black Mage picked up by both of them, and both of them very excited to look for the fighter. Uh, so Hurt All Fighter, Thor Hammer Thief, Telemagic White Mage, and plus 20 Vit Black Mage. The Thief has the weakest bonus here, but I still think it's good. They're all good blessings.
Yeah. You've definitely tried to hammer home to me the benefits of the Thor hammer blessing, in that, like, if you can land an early Thor hammer, it really will do work. You will see notable damage out of it, and yet I'm staring at a fighter with Hurt All.
Oh, absolutely. It's just the fighter's not here yet.
Yeah.
And as both of our competitors joked, probably hiding in Onrak, the one place you can't walk to in this flag set.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see. So if you're not familiar with the Winter Tournament flags this year, it is an evolving flag set. We have Shard Hunt. We have all the shards are in marked boxes. We've got key items in marked boxes as well. Local formations, I think. Our runners are off. No shop
Oh,
item.
hey, look, a fighter.
Wow.
Okay,
Right.
and we're off.
Yeah. Harm 4 and Life 2 for the White Mage. Both very good. Heal 2, maybe I pick it up, but probably not. It's
I
nice
think,
to top off.
yeah, I think we save on the early purchases, just because our Black Mage is going to need stuff to do as well, and the poor thing is going to have to cycle between Brack and Quad X for level 1, which is not great. Harm 4 and Life 2 are the big pickups at level 1, I'd say.
Yeah. It's so funny seeing all of the little things that both of these runners are doing almost completely in sync. Like walking out and using a tent instead of using the inn and all of that. Like, just literal steps apart. Nice bit of gold in that bottom left chest.
Yep, that'll come in handy if we have vendor item in Provoca.
Even if it's not vendor item Provoca, I think there's value in the idea of having the money to potentially pick up early armor or just consumables, have the money ready for when we get to Elfland, whatever. Actually, not even Elfland, Lefane, because, yeah, we can walk there in this flag set.
And we do have the Superstore on, right?
Believe so.
Yeah.
We get a rod from the king and the adamant from the princess.
Okay.
Do you check the adamant before going to Provoca?
No. Well, actually, with all the map edits on, that's the big wrench. And if I'm headed to Bravoka, my ideal pickup from there is the canoe, at which point I'm headed anywhere but that adamant turn-in. But I don't know, I like single dipping Dwarf Cave too much. I think I'm still headed east.
Both runners are headed to Provoca, and that's, again, totally understandable. Fire 2 available, and Lock 2. Lock 2 actually very important in this flag set.
Yes.
Both runners headed to Provoca. I worry about the possibility that we get into a situation where it's like adamant to bottle, and then the bottle leads to something.
Right.
But, I'm not these runners. They're doing their thing. They're obviously quite capable.
It's very true that there's a lot fewer what I like to think of as dud incentives when all the map edits are turned on, because, yeah, technically Slab is still a quote-unquote dud up until we get Canoe, and then it's on the table.
Right. Yeah, the only thing I really don't want to see at this... Well, there you go. There's your double dip. Or your single dip. The only thing I don't want to see at this point is the Oxio.
Right. So now the real question is, do we head for Superstore just to load up on magic so we can just bypass Elfland entirely? Or do we do Dwarf Cave turn-in? Felissan with clear answer, Chanigan with clear answer, but I think it's an interesting question to ask. Because we picked up a ton of gold.
I don't think we have the money yet to merit that play. Just because you get to third level magic and be like, well, I'm out. Like, what are you hoping to get on the way? I guess a pack of zombies that you can harm 4 and fire 2 down?
Yeah.
Garbage out of the intro chests. It's fine.
Hooray!
Adamant to bottle. Son of...
Hooray!
And the crown. Okay, well...
Oh, that's two different directions. At least
okay,
crown is right here.
The crown is right here. Like, there's no way you skip that.
Yeah, but if this turns into, like, defense or something, it's gonna feel the worst.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. I don't know that it matters terribly much.
It doesn't matter, but it will feel bad.
Harm 4 going off before the Quad X here, so that's good. Because the Quad X didn't land on Chanigan's side. Oh.
Yep. 200% enemy health. It's a killer.
Yeah, I was just saying, about to say, the stats and the health on these bosses pretty substantial. And I think he counts as a boss, right?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure. All right, herb turn-in. What do we got? Please be canoe. Cube.
That's scary.
Yeah. Now, our runners do know that the chime lock has been moved, so that cube is technically on paper open sky. At what terrible level are we still at? 3, 4, 6?
We're 6 or 7 because of aspect.
Yeah.
So Felissan grabbed Nuke and didn't bother checking any other level 3 magic, including the white magic, and just noping out.
Now, I mean, I understand that, because we've got Life 2, we've got Harm 4, White Mage is basically covered, and now we've band-aided Black Mage. Like, you can make a skydive out of that, no problem.
Except Cure 4 and Life are pretty nice to also have.
I mean, we can get those later.
CC pointing out it's faster to check its superstore. The other thing is the shop item potential of of Elfland. But you're right. It is definitely faster to check at the Superstore on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Lit 3 at level 4 black. Not too bad.
And shop item not present in Elfland.
The best news for Felissan right there.
Yep. I will also say both of our runners going very armor light. If I had my eyes set on Sky, I would be looking for a chain or an iron armor or a silver bracelet or something just to get my front row like durable-ish.
I understand that, and yet at the same time, I know that both of these runners hate armor shops. We're walking right on by. We don't have time to stop at this superstore because we don't have the money for this superstore. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
4 giants. Suddenly, that nuke and harm 4 looking pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
We eating good.
Yep. This is gonna fix our gold problems right here. Just a quick casual doubling of our current gold.
Good save timing.
Checking level 7 magic. Confusing Zap. We're okay with those being there. Item shop. Still nothing.
Okay, well, we're down to Crescent, Onrak, and the bottle vendor. Okay, we know that Fast and Temper are not in Gaia.
Yeah, no
That's the
whammies
best
at
news.
7 or 8 so far.
And our canoe. Oh.
Alright, game. You having fun now.
This is exactly what I was thinking with that check the adamant first play. And yet, we get to a position here where, the Ordeals play? We're going for the Ordeals play right now?
So I definitely see the logic behind it. We're going to use Ordeals to pad our levels before we commit to Sky. We've got probably a house sitting in our inventory somewhere. So we can do Ordeals, get our levels, head out, and then drop a house in front of Mirage, and that's going to give us the best chance to make it all the way through with minimal problems.
That is absolutely fair. Hydras and Ochos, the best news for thieves. Oh, we're dropping the house here.
Interesting.
I kind of get it. There were a couple of spells used. Chanigan taking the Mirage dip first.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Sun +4, suddenly this fighter.
This fighter.
Mage Stick.
That helps our thief.
Yeah. Opal bracelet.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
I would have put that opal onto the fighter, but, that's me.
Reduces opening the inventory again later when we find one of infinite number of armors for the fighter. I get it.
Yeah. Felissan finding sorcerers, nuking them, getting them out of the way. We don't want your kind here.
Mm-mm.
Pro ring as well. And Chanigan calling that enough to use the one house in his inventory. Felissan, believe
it's
through
kind
the
of
maze.
A lot.
Felissan through the maze onto the glory. Oh.
Ooh.
All right, well, heck that fight, I guess.
Looks like we're conserving power for anything we feel like we can cheaply kill. Because, yeah, Fire 2s are enough for Medusas. Fire 2s are a little sketch when we're talking Whiz Bam Fam.
Yeah. Chanigan, I think, just skipped less than greater than in favor of going up into Sky,
Mm-hmm.
which I get from an incentive item standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of incentives, we got the Oxyale out of Ordeals, which, true, it's the whammy item, but that's not the whole reason Felissan's here. So overall, I still feel like this Ordeals dive is going to be a success.
I do have to say, it certainly feels bad coming in here and getting Fire 2'd by the Medusas.
Mm.
The call out in chat of a ribbon in the Bane chest.
Always check it.
This is the worst thing to see here. Okay, they're cremating, which is
Perfect.
questionable.
Which is not attacking.
Yeah, except for the part where it kills everybody.
Okay, I would have preferred them not doing it 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Suboptimal. So one of the things that Chanigan has been really big on lately is a change to the way that he menus his heal pots. There's a optimization that he uses where he uses the cancel button to get back to the inventory screen a few frames earlier. I don't quite understand it, and therefore I am suspicious. But man, it seems to work out pretty well for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, improved lit on the vampires. Thanks.
Ooh.
And the ruby coming out of Sky.
So
I feel
where...
like, yeah, we cast exit. We saved this. And Chanigan's out and going to Ordeals.
Mm-hmm. Chat also calling out you just press B after healing. I hit the up arrow after healing.
I just spam A. Yeah, apparently it saves some number of frames. And I mean, if CC's also calling it out, clearly I'm wrong. I don't trust myself with the rhythm. Because that's the other thing, is it is a rhythm. Like,
it is, it 100% is.
You do have to get the timing. I don't trust myself. So I'm just, going to call that out for what it is.
Yeah, when I found out that up arrow also kind of, like, quickly advances the frames on the healing thing, I use that because my old man hands cannot quickly alternate between A and B on the same hand. But I can do alternating different hands. We're good to go on that. Arthritis ain't stopping me yet.
Chanigan just dismantling the vampire. Which, I mean, it's good experience. Up to level 12 across the board in Chanigan's party. I think Felissan, having been through 2 wipes now, is struggling.
Yeah.
And
starting to skip boxes.
I hate skipping the shards here, because that is 2 shards that Felissan has skipped out on. But I know that feeling of it's time to move. We can't afford another wipe here. You see, Thavian, I cannot play keyboard because I play too many other things that use keyboard. So I need something for my old man hands that can be played on a controller.
Yes.
There's a fire 2 instead of a nuke, and suddenly I'm very worried for Chanigan.
Mm-hmm. This, I believe, is the fight where Chanigan learns that they have cremate.
Yes.
But
Probably doesn't matter.
boy, that seems like it mattering.
Out of harm 4 charges. Time for dumber things.
Oh.
Okay. Yep, that sure was a thing.
Don't care what that last box is. We out.
Oh, that's a whole mood right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, play with the power glove. I really can't take that idea any more seriously than Grand Pooh Bear doing his Super Mario 3 run with it. The FFR special of, I guess, 2 vampires are going to live through this.
Yep. Every time you AoE and run, you will AoE and then run.
Yep. But I wanted those spell slots. So, if we look at our shard counts, the bad news bears news here for Felissan is she's got 0 because of, or 1? We're having a bad time on the shards, is what I'm getting at, versus Chanigan having 5. Now, Chanigan didn't clear this room where there is going to be one more. Oh, there's another ribbon.
Oh, second ribbon. So that's 2 ribbons in Mirage Sky.
That's big news. I feel like Chanigan is just going to come back here eventually to clean up things, because you can't really pass on the number of shards that's there. But
and it looks like we need 30 today.
That's quite a lot of them. That was a vanilla katana as well. Not super big on a vanilla katana, but it is, good enough.
It'll do, I guess. Chanigan straight into Volcano. We're going to hold off on the Melmond area for the time being, even though we're holding both Ruby and Rod.
So the runners probably do not know that Earth Cave is the chime lock. I understand this because we're looking at 2 incentives just, relatively close here.
Right. It's true that it's shorter distance. Ooh, yeah.
Ice armor +3. That's our endgame armor for somebody.
That's fighter armor.
Yeah, I mean that's probably going to get us through the rest of the dungeon here at the very least. Felissan taking a wipe, unfortunately. Gonna have to go pick up that ribbon again. Those bad men in the chest. Not so great. There was only 1 shard in the Volcano Armory, which is a very significant shame, honestly.
Yeah, where'd they all go?
I bet they're hiding in C. Felissan skipping that shard.
Hmm.
I'm, again, a little mystified, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
I wonder if this is a panic moment. Because there's been a lot of unfortunate wipes so far.
It might be. Which also raises the question of, are we going to get a panic, don't check the Bane box and get the other ribbon because it's just one box?
Mm-hmm.
There is our ship coming out of Volcano. Not
Oh, yeah.
super useful.
We kind of want one.
You know, generally helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how completable the seed would be without it, just because there's a lot of boxes in seed. I believe the count is 32.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And honestly, there's just not a lot of shards in this volcano. We have not seen all of them in Sky here. I mean, we've got the 18 boxes of Sky 3 yet to go, or 14? 14.
3, 6, 10, 14, yeah.
Zeus Bunk,
Based,
kind of helpful.
based on inventory, it does look like we skipped the Bane chest. Because I only
Yeah.
saw one ribbon in there.
Level 6 Temper.
Oof.
Yeah, that's an oof. All right. And a slab coming out of our sages. Well,
Okay, now we want to go to Melmond.
yeah, we definitely need to go to Melman now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Felissan's starting to have pretty reasonable levels here. And nothing in... Oh, the third ribbon in the 6-pack.
So all 3 ribbons in Mirage Sky. Okay.
Oh, the Bane Sword. Oh.
Ooh. Are we
Oh,
thinking Tia?
that's so scary.
Well, look. We've passed a lot of shard boxes so far. We're gonna need to make those up. We've got Brack, we've got Bane Sword. You gotta go for Tia.
I'm so scared. It's like,
It's scary, sure, but
so,
we're still looking for
walking
the
out.
incentive, I think.
Oh. Incentive, I thought, was
It
on
was first
Sky
4,
1.
yeah. I do not see a ruby in Felissan's inventory.
Oh, that's the Badman chest that she wiped to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I would, as soon as I finish checking this floor, I would be exiting, saving with a house, come back and get the ruby, and then take Tia.
Oh, that takes so long, though.
Versus this, like the risk of wiping out and losing everything that you've looted.
Well, we have to play risky. Like, risk paying off so far.
3 hits for 82 out of that fighter. That's
Sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, we weren't getting through this fight with melee though. This is on the spellcasters.
Yeah. All right. right. That looked like a defense sword out of the Ruby turn-in. So,
Mhm.
man, that defense sword would feel a lot better for the Tia fight, for sure.
And there's the exit. We're bypassing Tia.
I guess the answer is we come back for Tia if we need to. We've got a lot of ground to make up right now, based on what's happened.
Mhm.
But Felissan does have 2 ribbons versus Chanigan's 1.
Right.
And who knows how many of those ribbons Chanigan will actually pick up, because
Mhm.
we know how he likes to run by things.
Oh, hey, level 3 life in Cure 4.
Yeah. That was a canal coming for Chanigan out of Sarda by the looks of it.
Mhm. And then we bonked off Earth Cave, and we're headed to Lefane, I think, is the only thing we've got left. No, we have a boat.
We have a boat, therefore we have access to Onrak because of
Yep.
the because of docks.
I think we're still headed Lefane, though.
Lefane makes sense in a way that I hate it making sense.
Right. Because it's a fast... Yes, it's by itself, but it's way faster than the waterfall checks are going to be.
Yeah. And it does tee up Chanigan to pick up the rest of the magic that he might not have yet. I do think it very interesting that the choice was to dock at the Provoca side because of the bridge to Lefane flag.
Right. Yep.
Just a little bit faster, I guess. It
Well, yeah,
seems
because
like a wash.
if we dock at the river, like that's farther north, and we'd have to probably travel. Yeah, we'd have to travel way further south so that we can get through the bridge thing and head east, because that's faster than sailing west.
All
I
right,
think.
so
I think.
Xcal out of Slab, I would have reset out of because we have a hurt all fighter.
Yeah, we already have an Excal. It's called these fighters' hands.
Exactly. So I feel like that was a little bit of a waste, but you know what? It's fine. I want to just toss out there that I'm honestly surprised at the number of non-marked boxes that Felissan is checking it. If I have 2 ribbons
Mm-hmm.
and a Sun +4, which is almost an acceptable weapon for the fighter for the end game,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot that I really want to get out of boxes anymore, where I couldn't just make it up by like stopping in a shop or something. Key for sale in OnRack, which is kind of important given that the incentive item of the Sea Shrine is in the locked area.
Yep. Guess we're gonna check waterfall first. If we get loot, that puts us into just needing shards, but also we need like a lot of shards. So
Yeah, I don't really care either way on this though. Like,
Mhm.
the other thing is you could potentially pick up a couple levels through here if there's good encounters in your boxes, but
Mhm.
who knows? They're going to run from everything that's not a box encounter.
Mhm.
All right. What does our waterfall give us? It gives us a Grimps. We like a Grimp tile, I guess. Even when they crit us. Power Bonk
Power
is
bump, sure.
pretty good. And there's Felissan picking up her ship.
Yeah, with the level 6 temper, I'll take a Bong Gauntlet. Yeah, gimme.
Yeah. Anything that makes the knight more likely to manage. Hey, it's that
Oh!
forehand.
Well, it wasn't a thief weapon that we were looking for, because we just opened that.
Alright, Felissan's putting on the gas a little bit, realizing the position that she's in.
Mm-hmm. I believe this is going to be our first Fiend fight of the run, 33 minutes in.
Damn.
Let's go. Double white shirt swing. Arm 4. Ruse, I believe that was. And a fast. We're going defensive versus carry 1.
The scaling of this carry 1 is sufficient to merit a little bit of suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like a lot of suspicion, but at least a little bit.
I would argue that Sun plus 4, plus elemental bonus, plus arm 4 plus nuke. Nah, we just gas it.
There was a fast put out there too. 8 hits, 11 something. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Vorpal plus 5. There's our knight's real endgame.
Yes. Now we should be done with the unmarked boxes.
Yeah. Indeed, we got the Carbone hate going on in here. Man, Vorpal plus 5 feels like a real weapon. And our tail, we wanted that, but like...
Well, we wanted that for the Vorpal.
Yeah. We need that for the Vorpals specifically. It's just the...
Yeah.
It's just that, where's the loot? It's probably Cardia.
Cardia Chime into Earth Loot.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. We're also missing a bunch of fetch. Well, not a bunch of fetch. We're missing Crystal. Actually, maybe that's our only one. And there's still an errant floater out there somewhere, I believe.
What if Earth is the floater? Just for funsies.
Where's the loot? Oh, keylock.
Because, like, logically, the floater gets us a whole lot of nothing. Oh wait, no, the floater gets us Cardia. Duh. We don't have a horde on.
Oh, we don't. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is key to floater, to chime, to loot, with a crystal shuffled in there somewhere.
Yeah. These are more unmarked boxes than I thought that Chanigan would be checking.
They are free, though.
Felissan...
And I believe Chin, with only the single ribbon, like...
Yeah. Felissan leaving the boat behind in Elf... Whoops. Alright, Chanigan headed into the Earth Cave. It's also interesting me that despite the deficit here, um, the shard count is remarkably even.
Yes, that's like the exploration lead is very notable, but I almost feel like we're going to have to see a bunch of re-diving of places we've already been later.
Yeah. And chat pointing out, Felissan dug more out of Sky, and that is true. Uh, we're not going to see a whole lot of interesting stuff coming out of Sky for her return dive, which is pretty much inevitable when you have a 30 shard seed. All right, well, there's the defense sword for Felissan. And I mean, that should also say, hey, maybe we have everything we need for Tia and Kraken because we can defense Bane as a backup strat.
Right.
Womp womp. The worst part about that is saving immediately in front of it, which I think a lot of runners have experienced it early enough that they don't save until they've bonked off of Toph. But
Yep.
you get midway through the seed and you're like, it's probably just Marsh. Like, who cares?
Yep. Yeah, that's the further you go into a seed, the more you're just like, nah, I'm never gonna see it, and then bonk, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a big loss. It's just a little sad.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
All right, we're recovering the ship. Oh yeah, this thing is here. This old bucket of rust. Chanigan's still checking a lot of unmarked boxes that surprises the heck out of me. Oh.
Yep.
News you can use. Turns out. I think part of me is also a little surprised that Chanigan didn't promote before coming down here.
Probably just waiting for Floater to promote just to make sure it's the easiest it can be.
Yeah, I get that, but man, I want to get the spell charges. I want to get especially spell charges on the ninja with our white ninja flag turned on and both life and life 2 and also cure 4 and exit all being available for the ninja. Like the whole white magic kit is just sitting there.
And we just dug Floater out of Earth Cave.
Oh, that was a nope. It was the crystal, apparently.
Oh, it was the crystal. Oh.
Yeah, because it's not on the desert tile. I'm getting used to the new tracker icons as well. It's it's an experience. We're experiencing it together. All right. The key has been found by Felissan. We're one step closer to all of this. And into sea she goes. Meanwhile, purple carpet is gone.
I was honestly surprised that it survived the first swing out of the fighter. I feel like that more than anything is proof that we're going to need a grind later if we couldn't one-hit kill Lich.
We're at 800 hit point Lich and decent absorb. So yeah,
Just imagine how much health and armor the real bosses are going to have.
Right? It's Gur Shark, doo 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 doo. Gur Shark. We got a floater. We can take our airboat out of the water.
Oh, that's right. We have airboat on.
Airboat is such a lovely flag, and
It is.
I love it so much.
Airboat always reminds me of. I think it's Lufia 2, where your ship eventually could become like the airship. God, maybe I'm thinking of a
Rise of the
different game.
Crawls. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I played that. I want to say that my age started with a 1 at the time.
Oh no, it was Lufia 2 because you had to build the boat. You had to go get the magic tree to build the boat, and then you got a boat, and you're like, "Oh crap, we need to make this boat fly." I know, we'll put a tank engine in it and hook that up to the biggest balloon, and now you have an airship. And that's engineering I can get behind.
Okay, so Chanigan has promoted. It's time to jiggle some gear around. Chanigan opting to put the Vorpal on the Ninja. I'm assuming either forgetting the hurt all or is just like, well, otherwise I have Garbo swords. But the answer is you have a Sun sword.
Yeah, I think this is forgetting because I think I saw the Xcal go on to the knight.
Yeah, the Xcal definitely went on the knight. So yeah, very much seems like a forget.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because, there has been damage. But I guess Sunsword on Lich doesn't really trigger any alarm bells.
Right.
All right, Chanigan checking all those wonderful marked boxes in Cardia where you get real encounters. This is the best part of promotion, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I gotta imagine that opening all these boxes is a hunt for a second ribbon on Chanigan's side.
Womp womp. And it's
Well,
funny because he
what
very
are the
well
chances
could.
they'd all end up there?
Yeah, he very well could grab 2 and 3, but he's probably not going to pick up the third one because he's going to be like, oh, well, I've got 2. But he is definitely going to open the one in less than greater than because he knows he skipped that, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a Kraken. Hashtag concern.
Yeah, this is gonna be potentially a bit rough.
I mean, we're gonna ruse up, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that the plan is attrition, and there is our loot coming in on Chanigan's side. Kraken did not kill the thief. This is information. Also did not kill the fighter, technically.
Yeah. Ever so barely did not kill the fighter.
All right, Chanigan heading over to Mirage Sky is going to get some things done here.
Mhm.
All right. So shard counts 18 and 19. That's pretty even sounding. And then you look at the situation and realize Felissan's got kind of a lot of exploration left to go.
Chat calling out to respect the Brack. I do respect the Brack. I just worry about it when it's a single Brack caster.
Yeah. It's okay. We got through it. There's the second ribbon for Chanigan. There is promotion for Felissan. This is how we're going to go get our child. And that feels super bad.
Yep.
You know, I said a long time ago, and I don't think that it ever got any attention, but it would be really nice if there was a flag to add a river dock on the north side of Melmond. Chanigan is going to get the third ribbon.
Yep.
Wow, I was not expecting. I like how the thief didn't have the firepower to take out this rock goal on one hit.
Mm-hmm. That's concerning.
Yeah. So, chat saying Felissan for sure won't get her third ribbon. I think there's a world where she gets it, but it is a very narrow potential.
Right.
And I checked the room and I felt like walking in even though it wasn't marked.
Right.
It's not likely. He's right there, chat. Come on. For the people. Vorpal successfully takes out a fighter. That's nice.
All right, Tia time. Going for damage. Not much melee damage. Not much harm 4 damage. But on the upside, not much thunder damage. A whole lot of not much happening in this fight so far. We're going to fast the thief, see if Vorpal will do Vorpal things. Well, kinda. We're making progress. There we go. That's a hit out of the fighter. We're going to shift to Brack strats now. First Brack. Nope, doesn't get us there. Poison damage. Doesn't do a heck of a lot either. 4 hit 628. Okay, this knight is now doing numbers. Then 202 out of the Vorpal. Down goes Tia.
All right, 25 shards. Still need 5 more on Chanigan's side. Theoretically, that's 2 boss runs. You know, we take out Carry, we take out Kraken, or probably we just go take out Kraken, right? Like, and assume we're going to find one on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 27.
Oh.
So, okay, well, that's just Carry then. Cool. Now, the real question that comes with that is, does Chanigan have the juice to get through a Topher? Maybe. 3 ribbons is very helpful. Jiggle the sword to the correct person also would be very helpful, but we have seen the horrible, horrible Topher experience numerous times. Picks up Lit 3, does not pick up Lock. I'd want the extra Lock casts. Like, I don't want the Knight to have to cast it, but...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna gamble on the 3 locked boxes here? Well, there's one. Also, good tile. Like, we could actually make an adaptation grind here if needed. Oh, 26 needed? Oh, no, we got 27. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
We did the math.
I don't know. I'm apparently bad at math. Harm 4, 82 damage to take out the Lich. That is almost embarrassing. Let's just be real. All right, we got to carry to... Still swinging that X-Cal. I really wish the Chanigan from 10 minutes ago could hear the sigh I just let out. Like, he's gonna remember to swap the Vorpal over for Chaos, right? Like, he gotta.
Almost definitely. I mean, when does that never happen?
Yeah, I mean, that... And at that point, you're not even gonna notice the harm all, right? Alright, Felissan through the Earth Cave. Is going to be very sad in about 10 seconds. Sad. Alright, we turn around. We go to the actual dock. This is one of those things on the map edits that I think people forget about because it's just like, oh, there's always a bridge there that you sail under, right? No. It turns out when you turn on Bridge to Lefane, you had to put a landmass somewhere. Alright, we're through Kraken 2 on Chanigan's side. We have Life 2 available on the Ninja, which is great, because now it's time to go on to Tia. Felissan needs to go to Cardia to get the loot, and I think could get the remaining 2 shards there. Oh, but has not yet turned in the slab, so going to do that first, get disappointed with an X-Cal. Is still thinking of picking... No, we're leaving. Get out of here. No, we need to stop at the magic shop, that's right. We're throwing the kitchen sink at this Tiamat. Just not going down. It's okay, because neither are we, but like... Alright, there we go. Felissan ain't got time for none of these boxes without a check mark on them. And Chanigan onto the Chaos floor. Sub-hour landing on the floor, but is going to cross over the hour mark in the fight. Yep, there's the equipment jiggle. We finally get the Katana onto the Ninja, the Vorpal onto the Fighter. We're very sadly not going to see the Hurt All come into play whatsoever.
Single hit for 57 is not the most auspicious of starts to a Chaos fight, but we're doing a lot of evasion right now. We've got white shirts going off. We had, I believe, a defense went off at one point. Ice 3 coming in, not going to do a lot. Another swing from Katana, 2 hits 61, testing the waters mostly at this point. We're going to do some Lock 2 strats. We're unsatisfied with the lack of hits coming out of our melee. Power Gauntlet goes off, Lightning 3 coming in, not doing very much to anything. We're up to 3 hits on this Katana, which is still not what we want, but it's in the right direction. Continuing the evasion, we're halfway to the cap. Power Gauntlet goes off, 4 hits. Even better. Slow 2, I believe that tagged the Knight, so we're gonna have to undo that real quick. Not exactly what we wanted, but at least we have an answer for it. Thief is going to be mostly auto damage. All our hopes are going into this Knight. There's the Cure 4. That is the green light to start all offense. Vorpal swing. 5 hits, 872. Harm 4 going out for 159. Fire 3. Not doing much across the board. One of our last Lock 2 charges going out. Katana still present. We're around a little over 1,000 damage into this Chaos fight now. Harm 4 for under 100 is not great, but the Vorpal gets us over 1,000. 1,094 damage. That seems good. A couple more turns of that and we will be good to go, but Chaos going right through that spell list. The nuke is coming soon. We've got one of our own, but only for 173. Tier 4 goes off first. 8 hits, 1,758 damage. Down goes Chaos.
Get your GGs out in chat for Chanigan. 102.05 in the racetime.gg room. Stick around. We got game 2 between these runners coming up immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
We're joined in the booth by Chanigan. GG.
Hello, thank you. I was like, why not join in while we're waiting?
And Felissan in here as well. So Chanigan, bruh.
What? What happened? What did I do?
You forgot the reason that the fighter was so appealing, the entire seed?
Yeah, no, I didn't care about the purple on the knight.
Okay. Okay.
No, I just wanted the thief to have something to swing, and Vorpal was pretty decent since the katana rolled neutral, and the Excal was just good enough.
Yeah,
I mean, the
there
Thorhammer
was a
also
whole lot.
exists for the thief. Also, GG's.
Yeah, GG's Felissan.
So the tale of the seed was, man, Ordeals was bullying Felissan, and
Yeah, she told me that in the race room. I almost got bullied on the sorcerer pack.
yeah, that ribbon you pulled out of the Banesword chest,
Yeah.
saving you there.
That
By the
saved me.
way, all 3 ribbons being in Mirage
In
Sky.
Sky, yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the third, I believe.
Yeah, I just recheck on Sky 3, and I just found it on the right side.
Yeah, so it was less than greater than the Banesword chest and the 6-pack.
The Banesword chest.
Yeah, I don't know why I checked it. I normally skipped it. I'm like, nah, let's just check it, and well, there was the
It's a
ribbon.
gamble I take sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to check it for the memes, right?
Yeah. But no, man, I feel like everything went well this seed. Almost did a sub hour. It was, if it wasn't for the troll floater location, like Jesus, that floater location sucked.
So, how reassuring was it to you, Chanigan, that if there was any need for adaptation in that Topher, that you had Gershard Big Eye in
Yeah,
a known and close location?
Yeah, just in case I had that, but I doubted I would have needed it since both my ninja and white mage had ribbons and they both had life too.
True story.
So I felt like I was way more. I had way too a lot of safety. There we go. I know white mage being the MVP this seed, like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs
Felissan,
fade?
Yeah. Arm 4, Arm 4, oh my god. How many low rolls did I get with that Arm 4? I felt like every cast was a low roll.
I mean, that's just kind of what it does, right?
Yeah, but still. Oh boy.
Also, the funny thing about what you mentioned with Ordeals is that I really considered just exiting out the moment I got that incentive was
Me
max
too.
health. And I felt like, nah, I can get a couple shots and some gear. I've got
Yeah.
nuke. I'd be okay. I wasn't
Yeah,
okay.
same thing. I told myself the same exact thing. I'm like, nah, I'm fine. If we have sorcerers, I can't deal with them. I have a way more. I have enough life 2 charges and arm 4 and nukes. I'm fine. Welp. Here comes cremate.
Looking at this chaos fight, who needs white magic?
Yeah.
It's slow
God.
to ineffective. Very good.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, I would be very afraid at this point of the fight, but it looks well in hand here. Um, all right. So heading into game 2 in 10 or so minutes, right?
Yep.
Um, if it comes down to a game 3, do you have that scheduled out?
Yep. Tomorrow, same hour, same time. So
Nice.
2 p.m. Eastern.
And GG's Felissan on stream finally getting that in 107.45. It looks like.
Yep.
Heck yeah, that was a little bit more of a tense chaos fight than Chanigan got.
Yeah, mine was pretty free. But no.
Yeah, I should have cast a rub a bit sooner than that.
Pretty hard for the second game. I'm summoning the black belt seed because why not?
Ooh, heck yeah.
I really like those black belt seeds. Like when I started with those flags, I hated them, but as more as we gone into like deeper deeper into the tournament, like started liking the black belt.
Well, my magic has not been reliable in the back half of the tournament, but I'll see what I can do.
And we have Danny rolling it. Like I think she rolled like three of my races, and all of them were black belt seeds. But yeah, that was fun. GG's again, and pretty hard for game 2.
Yep, the seed is about to come in, I believe.
Yep, about a minute or so.
All right. Well, looking forward to that, and we're going to have a little bit of a commentary switcheroo. As you know, double headers difficult to calm. I've done it before. It hurts. It hurts so bad. But Fabian Hawk and Odron coming in to handle the comms, and Odron double dutying, hitting the tracker buttons as well. Do want to thank Ravioli for tracking our match here, and Wildhem for doing the streaming on both of these matches here today. So everybody who's watching, yeah, get hype. We got game 2. Fizzle, you got any?
GG's to our runners. Can't wait to see the second half of the doubleheader. I'm gonna go munch on some cough drops.
Makes sense. All right. See you on the chat side. Bye.